The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental.
He's Conrian.
Rather, they are both branches that have grown.
Branches?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500.
Huh? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from Oh. Speaking of Conria... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. Huh? You have memories of being there.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine.
Oh yeah,
so
he's
I shall
the
not pry into
prince.
yours.
And he's the icon light. Oh.
But if you would like to tell me, I will listen.
Oh, thanks.
So, the Conria you saw.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into...
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is...
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, it seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period. And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path.
Oh, Paimon knows this part.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about it. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat,
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past... Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria? So you could find your sister? Oh, yeah.
I probably know more about Conria than... Conria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Yep.
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Conria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving.
I'm joking about, but it is in the soul world upon worlds.
Time to go.
The traveler, you know the icon is
Over there! It's... Dane was just saying saying how these ancient... So...
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. These Ruin Guards were known as field tillers by the people of...
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their... The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood.
Fought for with...
After the destruction, they wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time. They found their way to various ruins across the land, where they...
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, but no matter
Yeah,
their past,
you're because of
all that
immortality.
remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Why does he look like a 500 just
Freeze! Don't get frostbite. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. Illusion shattered. Into the wind. With the wind.
Huh? This is...
Perhaps it really does contain
But Violet can't read the writing on it.
engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to her highness, the prince.
What? Is that what it's...
Loom of fate in the abyss, seem to be carrying out a large... It seems like they are still launching the operation.
Loom of fate? What's that? Is it literally a... From the horror episode Dane? What...
I'm reading it now. An ambitious...
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror, though you may not have been aware of it at the time. You were thwarting an Abyss Order operation.
Last time it was Vendi's old friend. This time it's a huge... Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark...
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation, they won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers.
Is that it? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic...
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. The talisman's message states in the new core.
The Eye of the
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps...
Yes. Thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss...
Come on, you're honest.
No one knows where the first field tiller is. How about we take the information? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway.
The cathedral.
Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, Rafael's thing. Yeah, the Rafael's thing is fun now. Better. And I get to kick some butt. Cathedral. It's hard. We so dumb we had to bring it to the cathedral again. Oh, so I do it again. I got stuck in Jade. That was horrible.
A huge statue. A grandiose cathedral. But how aware of this was the animal?
Faith doesn't ask for anything. Shh! We're about to enter enter the cathedral. And actually, the animal archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the citizens.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the... When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never...
You meant
I have
Barbados!
never received the favor of the gods in the past. That's enough about that. While we've...
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss.
Man, please don't have to do something stupid. Oh man, I wish Kaya was here right now. I could. Just help. Face episode and who you far.
Honorary Knight, I have the... But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we can...
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about...
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next...
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago. There was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the lost statue of the... Of course?
Not sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury?
The Tyrant's Final?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as many years ago. There was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky?
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tide. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Comment would perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster anyway.
It's okay.
There's that pointless word, thank you again.
Oh, Rosaria!
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those
monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the...
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great... Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? Master Jean has already headed off to... Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your...
But you're also a member of the club.
Right. We'll go get...
Oh. Okay.
I guess.
Please, everyone, be careful. May the animal Archon protect you.
Yeah, Betty. He saw you more. So he doesn't pay up. I'm not buying any more drinks.
One with nature. Kick.
Hey, isn't that?
I see. This could very well have something...
What is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom?
No, that's not like... Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed. Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolf. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the animal Archon.
Well, I don't know them.
Into the wind.
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Clouds high. The birds call. Cool it. Wind blade.
The closer we get to the target, the...
Yeah, what?
I'm...
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire... And besides, you're the one people like. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same
Seems
time,
if you're talking
don't
to the
go too
Archon of
far in the
Light.
opposite direction. Even if the god in
You're
question
the
is
Archon of
yours.
Abyss.
Trust them and don't...
Lest I repeat the failings of my forbid, I will tell you.
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks... Well, enough chit-chat.
What a strange man. Yeah, that's at the rite of dissension in Lear. Your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master G! Rosaria told us that you came here to...
Then your help is greatly appreciated. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after the Abyss Order and Boreas. What is...
They just like to cause trouble. The Abyss Order already went after Devalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after...
Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is God's spirit. Okay,
We might need to get someone's help. You know who? A Thunder User. Strongest character we know of wolves and sills. They're big guns. Razor. He told you might be there already to look for his grave. Lupus!
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And...
Leave him alone!
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once-sharp claws have clearly dulled if you serve.
What the heck is this ceremony? Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to...
Wolves never surrender. But no matter how many times you resist us,
Why'd you do my last breath?
bow before the abyss.
Wind blade.
There is no escape!
Dodge this. With the wind. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Frostbite. Wind blade.
Illusion shattered!
Cool it. Freeze.
There is no escape!
Wind strike. Time to go. Clouds high. The birds call. Cool it. Wind blade. Freeze. Shine down. Dodge this.
How does an old spirit have such determined wit? No matter. This is but a small...
It disappeared!
Thank you. You came.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see, but still...
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider. Not respect trial I too didn't see.
Wait! So you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind?
Thank you. In the future, my claws... You smell danger?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon, besides coming to help, we actually have something to... excuse us, Mr. Wolf.
I pay no heed to the contraption. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think. I eventually damaged it greatly with...
By the sounds of it, it's possible that...
Yes, it could spin, leap high, and...
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field killer came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the master, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground.
Don't know.
Yes, you were a bit... We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are...
Yes, I smell. You too. Also...
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
It's the wolves.
I saw her, but purposely avoided. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the Omni. Back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather it. I see. Well then, we can...
Huh? Really? Just from...
That information combined with a more for example, the old story you told me. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister. Long mis...
Paimon was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North. It must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt, and then, whenever anyone got close, back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before. So they came to interpret...
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire... What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before...
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by... Let me give it a try. And done. The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all of the Ruin Guards...
Prototype?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osiel, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized, and this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then,
Come on, you're insolent.
what should we do with this eye?
No.
Huh?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure no matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favoni,
Oh!
but our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic. Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy them. I'll make sure it doesn't get...
It just... no, not this place again. Let's have cutting. Let's play it. Can't wait to see this weekend either. Talk to my dad.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Into the wind. One with nature.
Looks like we're here in an eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Well,
I understand. Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly.
Aggressive commercial insurance?
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsmith, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible... Oh, and then we are...
It is your words that time to silence.
There Disappear! Shine down! As one with wind and cloud!
Lumine! Love.
Princess.
Lumine!
Hey! Could that be Aether? Wait! She's your sister?
Aether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister?
Lumine.
You shouldn't team up with this. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
You know, you guys, we're just dating. Like,
But it must be said, that man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness. While he watched the people he was supposed to...
You're saying Dane is from Conria? And you said the
Is that what
people
I
turned
was?
into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only and the whole thing about Dane being your enemy...
Home. Yes. Of course.
Home is wherever,
Home is wherever we are
Yes,
together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Aether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did,
Lumine!
you will see for yourself
Please,
the true nature
please,
of this
no.
world.
Oh, my sister too.
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you.
Honestly, my heart hurts.
We have always had enough time.
Please. Please.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really... At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all... Oh.
I recorded it all. Lumine.
First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to the next thing. Turns out the Abyss Order mons and Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed this, so that's why your sister said that. But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, also... How come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, then we can't. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get up. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Sister. Yes. My sister.
As a matter of fact, there's one that looked Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue.
What is it we have?
I believe you'll be looking.
Ooh, looking.
I have no reason. I'm sure the details.
I didn't ask him. He knows that he's just at Conrad. After things go. I've asked him about things though. Please have this questions.
I am indeed. Ah. By the clothes on your back and the look on your face.
Right again. You're pretty.
All right.
Whoa.
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very...
Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geology. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul in Tibet.
You're a fool.
Oh? And why?
Because Tibet's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha! Didn't expect that.
I guess I'm good.
I know that Xiang Li is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
Okay, no problem.
Time to go. One with nature.
I'm gonna kill more orcs, I guess. Well, gotta kill it in our garden. Well, we can't wait to get like some more. I don't know what's that means. What's the wine at? I don't know what you're doing.
In our last...
Xiang Li!
Oh, here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no. We're here for you.
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who the requester. Oh, no. I'm just what? Really?
But I shouldn't. We are at all times.
Well, we got it.
Hey, does anyone know anything about the line?
In our last...
Oh,
Here for a few tales. I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
Oh, no, we're here for you.
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone. Take the requester.
You appeared...
Oh, no. It's just, Paimon just wants.
I see. Well,
Really?
but I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily... We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning.
Borax? I'm really about to. I'm gonna go. I like Ultron yield. Literally. Full on light.
Money. The wind knows it.
Uncle Dad.
Oh. And,
Yep.
Let's not get ahead of...
So it's no use me singing his praises.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Young Goon, these are two adventures. Longshun Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhang Li. I've heard about you. They say you're a...
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor?
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh?
Then they can figure
A contest? Why?
I admire your...
Stop talking.
I'm just saying it like
So you're an...
Well, no. He saw me holding...
I saw him on my way over to Lee Yu a harp. I asked him a few questions.
So, do you have...
Not exactly. Anyway, if it's Mr. Zhang Li, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior. The fit... It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high quality...
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from purity and geological rarity alone in the moment of its formation.
Such a detailed say.
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural.
Hey, Dougley, how about you leave your valid with your old
I've
pal?
yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours.
I've seen men...
Of course not. Uncle Dai, it would...
Very well.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your squirrel. Paimon believes in both, and when the going gets tough, the tough get. She said we needed to reach the end of our... And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will... Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Ooh, Paimon supports that.
Yeah, your
idea.
sister.
We've ruled out two gods so far, the animal and geo-archons. So, Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhang Li said it was a closed nation. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Atsuko in Little Harbor. Let's see what she's...
Like, Atsuko? Like, running...
Well, we already have one. Let's like get a lead.
That means almost.
I have two.
Like, lead. Okay, so
Two good for one thing.
Oh. Hello. Is there anything I can help?
We wanted to ask.
Oh. So that's why.
Great!
But the chance of success is... It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm after I'd escaped their clutches. I floated on the open ocean for, I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remembered, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey!
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous... Meanwhile, it doesn't feel good. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest, and even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary document.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing. That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they voyaging far and wide.
You're right! Paimon's sure Vito of all people, but Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyon's stone.
Then there's no...
yeah, some balls of spears. Yeah. What is that? Austria?
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon.
Hello, Kaizia.
I knew you guys...
Paimon? Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers.
With this fine ship and the soft sea.
He's kidding
With that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for...
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash?
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talent. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, you must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue.
I am the dragon and the wolf.
And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn...
But we didn't come here to take part in a...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, get this. It's a masterless...
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it'd be...
Is there really such thing as a masterless...
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shells that house that light remain. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well,
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone organizing the clash is my way of So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want him to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong
You
with
want
that?
me to kill everyone?
talent we
I
have, the better the tournament
Like
will
someone
be.
can notification.
What are we gonna do?
Great.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is...
God yeah, I don't have a character equipped. And you're the most helpful I have. Actually, I'm my case. Okay, yeah. I was about to see you. Think about travel. I do it for nothing.
Can't touch me.
I won't hold you back. Much.
All right.
That's again when you say this good idea.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beta's... Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. And nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock... What? You... Nonsense. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness.
And I helped
They didn't
kill
know
a
it
Sile.
I planted a left hook on the
Why?
skier once. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the... I'm not saying I can't...
Sounds impressive.
I'll see you in the arena.
Oh, good luck. Good luck. You might need it. You might need it. Let's go just chill, dude.
Hey, youngster. Are you so? Seems I found my...
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. I wouldn't be
That's the
here if I
same
didn't think I could walk away
voice
as
as
champion for
Zuko.
me.
Motherfucker.
Obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business in most people's eyes. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on... Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long
Bro,
now
it's too
before
confident. I literally have a weird user that is Ant. I literally can use Kazuya. Well, I could probably just use my sword, but no, that's too hard.
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice.
Exactly.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible.
Famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different to the Ling Shan clan. He teaches a special technique. It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy of... For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's a...
We're clearly not that natural.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about.
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we...
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. Folks will come from far and
Try
wide.
training.
Heck, we could even...
See you in the...
I need it.
So, to recap, we're at the...
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, did I hear that right?
Ah, frick this!
Really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped me? Oh, it's really him!
Well, I know that sword. I have
The
one.
one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get... I trust you are aware that only those without visions can enter the tournament. Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero...
Just,
It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon, too!
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late. Okay, Right. You're just a great hero such as yourself.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to...
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere? I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important... Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this... Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Tibet think that you can't manipulate the elements, so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition, it's... Alright, it's...
What?
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
I'm ready.
Then please stop.
Sword uses it as a spear.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins.
Wait. What? I'm looking back in this stuff.
What a strange guy. Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us. Seems like you got a pretty good chance of winning.
Wait a minute.
new. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
I can't use.
Can't just spare a word or two.
All right. Let me think how to apt... You fought well.
All right then. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how
You're
surprised they were
brain.
that Liua's hero was entering the tournament, and since you signed up, we've had many others do the same. With
Bro, you got a big
since everyone
brain.
sees
You
you
know,
as the
like,
one to beat, I
oh,
figure
you
I
say
should start
so?
treating you that way
Big
too.
brain.
For one thing, we don't
You
want you
can't
wasting
so
yourself.
good. But, hey, I can get it back.
But we only just started the qualifying.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
To be fair.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament.
How's it called porn invention?
We're finally here, folks. The rip.
Your opponent has fought many rounds to get... You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to look very well.
All right, that's an...
I still have to pick some of this stuff.
Come on, let's go, Simon.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but...
Relax. My guy's at the top.
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the crush. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. Pretty good. I'm sweating all. Congratulations. I was beaten by the...
Right. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other... Only in defeat.
Wow.
If you have the chance in the future.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the...
Whether they'll be as tough as me, so don't get...
He's on chop, he's chop, he's on the chop. So there'll be someone...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around. See what we can...
It's you! I myself...
maybe...
Why, yes. He's the same undefeated me. He is a formidable opponent. I faltered for but a brief moment. But given my stature, I'm still sure.
Hey there!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Don't even get me. I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the...
Oh, alright then. Hope you...
Thanks, I'll do my best.
You guys should be...
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
They won't be so good to fight you.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your... In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath...
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the...
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They ask for the guy you'll be facing. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma...
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial tradition. I do not mean to flaunt, but given your talents, a few hints from...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt.
You betcha! Wait a second.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In
Wait, how do you...
however, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me.
Maybe we can go...
One with nature.
Mushrooms.
Freeze! Now that we're alone, you are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just the...
Paimon, we knew that you were hinting at something from the...
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted... If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see, since a young age I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from...
As crazy as all that...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think of who could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention the incredibly complex scent. Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
Aw, it's nothing. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use the elements to it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods, and the... However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. Now then, let's just... You control the... Oh, pay no attention. Into the wind. Illusion shattered. Cool it. Dodge this. Wind strike.
With the wind!
Falling leaves adorn my night. Frostbite. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining it. He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain pleased, save your thanks. If any, the world is a truly mysterious...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but...
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the... and what influences the god's decision to grant... My apologies. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Innis. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings.
She seems less like an Archon and more like...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. Ryue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma's...
She wants to find a sister puppet.
Like something that God you...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to... the time for your map.
Oh, right! We got so
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well.
Wait.
What? Never mind. We can start by making... Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of... We've seen many exciting Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear into the heart of Osai, and the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Lira's Traveling Hero! Wow! I've been waiting for... I'm sure everyone witnessed his... But today's final round... As for our other combatants...
Come on, what could be...
Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice.
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh?
We don't know when it... I never thought that someone here would have the...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can sense it.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the price in the first place?
I heard her the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly. The winds move as one with wind and cloud. Freeze! I'll keep this close. The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
With the wind!
Pick hunters, the wrong test subject.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drag! If I only had a vision. Or if I could.
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons. In other words,
You.
but most disappointingly, it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire in...
Fine, fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. After all I went through to get it? I think not. I know an empty threat would fine. But
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the... Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and it seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
Can we?
I never would have guessed you could be... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it.
Wind Strider!
Shine down!
No, no!
Put down the vision and leave.
Huh?
What's wrong? It's up to you.
No, no!
Huh? Paimon doesn't...
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possible when people are forced into a corner. That is when their greatest... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple... Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision...
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle... No matter. This was
That's a small language in my town.
I suppose this vision is still...
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with an old friend.
Your brother.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way. All right then, it's time we return. Allow me to gather the wind.
And he just...
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liu.
It's not a...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a clear...
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like that.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is...
Yes, I believe so. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one.
I know.
In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the ride and...
What, Zhao? You're saying
Let us not forget that this is one of... Suffice it to say that if you wish... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will try...
Paimon believes you for...
Thank you. May both our journeys prove with one final word of warning. The part of...
Call him Zhao. Call him... I see you.
I'm going to jail for this.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, Travel? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? The fleet is nearly completed. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you.
Seems Beidou is...
Of course. There are many things that the captain...
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey until we meet again. Ad Astra...
Oh.
Well, if that's how you feel...
So there's another...
Well, I guess it's...
Okay.
Just following...
Hold on.